I'm going to give you guys my updated brow routine. I like to start off with a spoolie and just brush through them to clean them up and get them all going in the same direction. Even though I know it probably looks like it, I don't actually have anything on my brows. And then as I always say, if you catch me looking down, it's because I'm looking in my mirror to make sure I have everything right. So after my brows have been brushed through and organized and straightened up a little bit, the first thing I do is I grab this pencil liner. Now you can use whatever you like to use. Over the course of the years, I have used different methods for doing my brows or different products. Lately I've been on the pencil thing, but a few weeks ago, or I think it was last week or something like that, I finally picked up a brown eyeliner, and I've been using that and I really like it. So, but the first thing I like to do is go ahead and get a brown pencil. This one is in the color dark brown, and it's like this right here, and it's by J-Cat, and let me just swatch it. That's it right there. Don't mind everything else, but that's it right there. So it's just a dark brown. You do want to use a dark brown. Rarely do you want to use a actual black liner or a black product for your eyebrows. Now you can, because some people, but mainly a nice dark brown will do the trick every time. So anyway, the first thing I like to do is just go ahead and just trace a little line up under my brows like so. And not too much. I'm just filling in. It's just to give some, fill in the bottom layer right there, because they don't grow the same on each side. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. Oops, my bad. Came down a little too far. If you make a mistake, just grab a Q-tip. Anyway, so I'm just going to grab the pencil and just do it right there. And I do it right at the hair where the brows start, right there. And I just like to do that so that I can have it all even going across through here first. All right. And then I just come over a little bit over like that. And I'm just filling it in like so. So after I filled in my brows a little bit, just along the edge line right there and right there, you take it and you kind of just flick up the pencil like so. And you want to do soft strokes. And this is just to actually fill in any sparse areas like that. So anything that's missing at the front. And you just do it soft and gently, because you don't want to have too much going on. Okay, so it's amazing because just that little bit has made my brows look a lot fuller than a lot fuller. And it's not even much product on there. So a little goes a long way. The next thing I grab is my Fergie's Wet n Wild. Let me see. Yeah, it's the Fergie Wet n Wild cream eyeliner. And this is in the color Cocoa Riche. And it's just a dark brown like that. And that's what I use on the rest of my brow. So I just take my little angled liner brush like this. And I dip in the brush lightly again. You don't need a lot. And then I just go through here, and I really like to focus this on the end part. And the best thing is that this stuff is kind of waterproof, so my brows stay put all day. Now I only do it very gently at the top, very lightly at the top, because the fact is that I don't clean up my brows with the concealer on the top like that, so I don't want too much going on up there. Okay, gonna do the same thing over here. And as I said, I just like to really focus this more on the end, like so. And you can come up in here and do it like that, and then just a little bit on the top. Okay, like that. All right, so your eyebrows, they do not have to be identical. They just need to look related, look like they're sisters, as people say. After I finish applying the product that I'm going to use to fill them in, I like to take the spoolie again, and then I just comb through the brows. And this is just to evenly distribute the product so I don't have any buildup in one particular area. Okay, so after I filled in my brows, I'm going to go ahead and use the concealer to clean them up along the bottom edge line right here. The concealer that I choose to use is the same one that I used before and I've been using, which is the Avon Ideal shade in the color dark. And it looks like this right here. And that's it right there. I just use that to clean up right here. And I take another angled liner brush. This one right here I really like to use for this because this one gets really thin, and it's the Eco Tools angled liner brush. And I just take a little bit. The first thing I like to do is go through and trace a line up under the brows to carve them out. So that's what we're going to do. And if you make any mistakes, this is the time that you can fix and clean it up with the concealer. And you can see already just the difference between here and here, and that's not even a lot. So anyway, that's what I love about doing brows. So you just take it and draw the line, follow the line, and that's it right there. And I do the same thing over here. Okay, so that is what they look like, drawn out and everything. Then what I do is I take the brush on its side, and depending on which brow I'm doing, since I'm going to start on this one, I put the concealer on this side where the angle is going to the left. And so that way the angle is all in the brow like this right here. And then I just lay it flat and come down and put more concealer all the way down. And I do it very lightly right here in this area, so it's not building up, and then it's more building up on the ends. Okay, and then when I do it on the left side, I take it and use the angle going to the right. And I do the same thing. Okay, I think that's about it. It looks good. All right. Now, after we do that, we take the brush or another brush, and I use this flat brush right here. And the first thing I do is I go through here and just kind of clean up that line, blend out that line that I started with first. Because if you don't, then that can show up in your pictures, and it really is in person, it doesn't look bad, but in pictures you can see it very well, and I don't like that. So I just go through there and blend this all down. Like that. Okay. Gonna do the same thing over here. Clean up that line. And I'm doing this all very gently. Nice soft pats. Like so. Alright, and so this is our brows. And the final step for me is to set my brows in place. I use the Salon Perfect clear brow gel or clear brow sculpting gel. And I just brush it through there. I brush it through the brows. And this will help the brows to stay in place. It kind of just helps back up that gel liner, actually, because the gel liner is kind of waterproof. So that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Anyway, I like to brush it through there. And then I actually allow the product to sit a little bit so it can get fully absorbed in my brows. I sounded so country right there. But I am Texas girl, born and raised. Okay, I like to let the product sit in my brows a little bit, and then once it's sit, I will come through and kind of brush the brows to get the final shape going on. So for the sake of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and get it through and do it. And in addition to looking down, I'm also looking up in the mirror, so don't mind. Okay. And everybody, this is my updated brow routine. I remember before I started doing my eyebrows, I could never understand, like, what is the need to get your brows done? Like, why? If your eyebrows are arched and everything, why do you need to fill them in? But really, it does just help pull the look together. I look back over pictures from before I actually started filling in my brows, and it just, the eye makeup was gorgeous, but it kind of just looked unfinished. Even if you're not doing much, like me, I really did not do much at all. There's not much product in there, and you can tell from the beginning to this part, it's not much of a difference between the brows. So anyway, this is my updated brow routine. And I will see you guys in the next tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this and learned something from it. And I thank you so much for your support, and peace out.